Good evening. Welcome to this meeting. I'm calling the meeting to order. The time is now 5:30. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon in accordance with the provisions of the Act. The Perth Amboy Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted at the bulletin board in the administrative headquarters building, mailing notices to the Home Tribune, El Diario La Prensa, City Clerk Cupsh, as well as all other persons requiring notification pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law. Mr. LaBrace, can you do the roll?
Mr. Anderson.
Present.
Ms. Crawford.
Present.
Mr. George. Mr. Gomez.
Present.
Mr. Marte.
Present.
Mr. Quiles.
Present.
Ms. Velez.
Present.
Vice President Melendez.
Present.
President Gonzalez.
Present. We have some presentations this evening.
Yes, we do. Just wanted to first thank Dr. Medina for continually to move the initiatives forward. We have some exciting news about our academies and a new academy, and I also wanted to recognize Dr. Courtney Pepe for her diligence in really seeing this one through, and Jamie Richardson and many of the directors who've been actively involved, Katie Tavolt, under Damien's leadership, also Mr. Rodriguez. This has been a large undertaking for the past 10 years. We are revisiting all of our academies, and we're also creating our final academy that was in our plan and in place for the next number of years. And this is the first process of speaking about that and sharing it with the public. Dr. Medina.
Thank you, Dr. Roman. Now I would like to invite Dr. Pepe and Ms. Richardson for the presentation of the district academies, including a new academy that I'll let Dr. Pepe share about. So thank you for everyone to the CNI team for collaborating to make this a reality, for updating the current academies, and for putting forward a new recommendation. Also, the entire CNI team is involved in this process. The principals are involved in this process, and it has a lot of implications that we need to take care of before even coming up with a recommendation. So without much further ado, please, Dr. Pepe, all yours.
Good evening, everyone. So our third proposed academy here in Perth Amboy Public Schools is the Creative Arts Academy. The Creative Arts Academy aligns with the national standards of practice for career-based academies. This connects to post-secondary education and careers, raising and maintaining student aspirations, increasing student achievement, and showing a commitment to equity. While the Creative Arts Academy is tied to various careers in the entertainment and arts industry, this program also provides our students with the critical life skills that can be applied to all aspects of their post-secondary lives. All our kids need is one reason to show up to school. And for so many of our students, the arts provides that one thing that motivates them to want to come to school every day. The arts creates a sense of community in our schools, There is a positive correlation between participation in arts programs, in school attendance. And we made a short video to demonstrate to you the experiences that our students have in the elementary and middle school musical theater programs, which would be our pipeline to the high school Creative Arts Academy.
My experience has been amazing, just like connecting with people and knowing that I'm a part of something big and special.
My experience has been great. I love learning to know about new people and singing, and I feel like it's a great experience.
It's not just the practicing in the play that makes theater so fun, it's just that theater brings a lot of people that don't know each other or shy people out of their shell, and also helps people like me spread everything. You could just have somebody to talk to. Makes you feel comfortable.
My experiences in musical theater have been very enjoyable, and I learned from it. I learned how to be confident. I learned how to show my talent, and I learned how to just become friends with everyone that you meet. And I've met a lot of people along the way in my musical theater journey.
I feel like once it's the first day of joining musical theater, it's a little hard, a little scary, but while you're going through every single rehearsal, you start growing friendships and create really good bonds with a lot of people.
My favorite experience is with the cast and everyone just coming together and performing. It's really fun and exciting.
Exciting and coming to rehearsal, seeing my friends, and just socializing.
Memorable. I've met my best friends here. I've met people I just connect to here. It's just really fun to be here. I enjoy being here every day. Musical theater has just been a really fun experience for me.
I started doing theater around 6th grade. It was my first show, Once on This Island, and it was really, really fun. It made me push myself to new limits, and I got to see new sides of myself, and I got to sing and dance, and it was really fun. I've met some really cool people over the past few years.
My experience with musicals is I think it's really fun, and I meet new friends, and I have amazing teachers that teach me how to act, and I think it's very fun. You could become an amazing actor one day, and also when you move on, you'll know a lot, and it could improve your acting skills.
One thing that I truly like about the theater is I used to be shy before, and I had lots of connections with getting friends, and it made me not be shy anymore. The thing I truly like about this musical and being here is that you could be yourself and make friends with other people.
So the experiences that you saw in the prior video are great examples of the pipeline that leads up to the proposed Creative Arts Academy. The Creative Arts Academy also promotes our students in leadership roles. In August, if you recall, we were here at the podium with Arlene Valdez. She choreographed a performance that was shown on stage at our first Board of Education meeting here in this space in August of 2024. 2 weeks ago, Many of you were in this space with me when we also saw Arlene again on stage when she had one of the leading roles in Mamma Mia. So thank you to everyone that supported that event. It was an amazing first here, and we feel blessed to have the equivalent of NJPAC here in Middlesex County with this facility. So similar to our two existing academy programs, the Creative Arts Academy has 2 tracks that will lead to a capstone project in senior year. The New Jersey Student Learning Standards have multiple content areas that are represented in the visual and performing arts. You see the track here on the left is the performing arts track, or track 1, and then we have visual art represented in track 2. Track 1 has experiences for our performers on the stage, in music, in theater, in dance, and also for technicians behind the scenes who like having experiences in technical theater or music technology. In track number 2, our students are able to select their desired area of interest in visual art. That could be drawing and painting, 3D sculpture, or photography. In sophomore year, students in this academy will select one area of concentration that will lead to their senior year capstone project. However, they are able to select other arts content areas as an elective as it fits in their schedule. Moving on to junior year. In junior year, students can also choose from a variety of course options available to them. This academy is inclusive for all types of visual and performing arts students. Additionally, this academy has potential opportunities for tomorrow's teachers, for students that are interested in being music teachers, theater teachers, dance teachers, art teachers, and perhaps some of them will graduate and then come back and teach here one day. Similar to the other academy programs, here at the high school, students will select a senior seminar course where they will create and present a final capstone project that will be showcased at the end of their senior year. Opportunities in the proposed curriculum are also available for students to learn about the legal and financial aspects of the entertainment industry. It is also important to note that in both tracks, students receive the opportunity to access either honors or AP coursework. Additionally, the proposed course outline would enable the class of 2028, which would be our first graduating class in the Creative Arts Academy, to earn CTE industry valued credentials and sit for various industry recognized certification exams. As part of this academy creation, we are at the exploration stage with a variety of dual enrollment opportunities with different schools in both New Jersey and New York City. And we will end with this. The arts represents student voice, a variety of opportunities for special education students, multilingual learners, and all of our students. When we eventually share this information with our students about the new academy, it will be made available in Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and Ukrainian. And our newly designed academy brochures will offer text, MP3 files, QR codes, and video content to reach students in their native language and have a broader impact upon the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we move on, I wanted to make a couple of points noted. One, besides for Courtney, Dr. Pepe, I want to acknowledge Brian Wilson, Lindsay Tisch, who are our supervisors, teachers and students that really push for this to come forward. As I stated, this has been really a 10-year undertaking when we began our other two academies. For the last 5 years, we've been talking seriously about this academy to the point of where we're ready to launch it because we have the support, the resources, and the academic availability to do this the right way. One of the things that you noted was that in the video, students were experiencing and showing their voices and why they want to stay in school and how this keeps them in school. These pipelines, as Dr. Pepe stated, is something that we need to be mindful of. For example, one of the academies that are going to be spoken about next is the Digital Media Academy. We're not resting on the laurels of our previous accolades. Our Communication Academy received awards. That being said, we began that 10 years ago. We're redefining that to become the Digital Media Academy. We're also redefining the Health Science Academy to be current to what we're doing now so that it's relevant to the practices that are nationally available to us and the standards that we have to live to at this moment, not standards from the past. I mention that because I think, Ms. Pepe, Dr. Pepe, keep me honest in this statement. Did we not, I think we had 100% graduation rate with the Communication Academy or close to that?
100%, that is correct.
So think about that. All the students that went into the Communication Academy graduated. So this is not just an act of, this is not an act that was not thought about very carefully. These are things and these aptitudes, these experiences keep students in school. Hence, you heard what the students in the new academy was speaking about in relationship to, I have a voice, I've learned to be able to express myself, it's something that I'm interested in, great. To be clear, they still receive the same mandated graduation requirements that all students must receive, but they are thematic in its design, and they are thematic to this district, meaning these are the interests of our students in this community. I would say in years to come, be 10, 20, or 30, that this district continue to evolve and change to ensure that the academies change with the interest of the students. I'll say it again, the academy should stay with the interest of the students. So as the district continues to move on for the next century, our hope is that they take our hand in looking at what we're doing and reevaluate what you have to offer students so that it's mindful for the time and the place and the decade, because you'll get 100% graduation rate from those students, which is also part of it. There are many things that go into improving the lives of our children, and the most important thing is to ensure that they have interest in what they're studying, especially at the high school level. So they are thematic, they are thoughtful, they have taken a long time to be put in place, and from this evening's presentation we go into implementation, scheduling, course of study, all of those things that have to take place over the next few weeks, months, hiring of staff that are related, transferring of staff that are related to these areas that are of interest for students to ensure that we continue to meet our students' needs. I want to thank you, Dr. Pepe, and I want to ask you to now speak about Digital Media Academy, and then to have Ms. Richardson speak about the Health Science Academy, which is also very relevant and doing very well.
Thank you. We are rebranding the Communications Academy to reflect contemporary trends in multimedia, film, journalism, and to align with CTE programs in cinematography, film, video, and broadcast journalism. The digital media concepts begin in the elementary and middle school media centers and technology labs. It leads to an academy choice in grade 9, an academy placement in grade 10. And once again, we are rebranding. The tracks are now film animation and news media production, as well as a change in name to the Digital Media Academy. This rebrand will position our students for success in the global media market while integrating international relations throughout the academy. The name change reflects a more accurate representation of the evolving curriculum, industry trends, and student career pathways within the academies. Courses were modified to meet the needs of education in 2025 and beyond. So now we're going to show you a glimpse of the revised course sequence. Sophomore year begins with 2 half-year courses. In junior year, we have the students taking 2 required courses. Filmmaking and animation track students will take video production or visual design or cinema studies. The news media production track students will take news media production or international diplomacy, in which they will have an opportunity for dual enrollment. Moving on to senior year. The media landscape in 2025 and beyond demands proficiency in film production, animation, and broadcast journalism, driven by technological advances and global consumption of digital content. Rebranding the Communications Academy to focus on film animation and news media production will better align with the demands. In this academy, we have a variety of dual enrollment opportunities for our students with our partnership with Seton Hall. We are very proud of our academy recognitions and achievements. Over the years, our student work has been recognized not only at the state, but at the national level. Students have received scholarship money, awards, and certificates for work that they produced right here in our high school. Some of our students are now attending Ivy League schools and other top universities here in New Jersey and in other states as well. In addition, I would like to share that we have a recent graduate who is currently working on a graphic design project and the social media campaign for one of our local restaurants. So that's what we want. Students come back and doing this for a living in the community. And just some examples of our many awards and recognitions: the All-American High School Film Festival, Congressional Art Competitions, and every year this academy wins multiple awards for scholastic art and writing. And now we will end with senior capstone. Over the years, the kids have produced extremely important projects that are essential for their portfolio in their college application. What we have put together to end the presentation is a short montage of culminating capstone projects, and we look forward to all the capstone projects that all of our students are going to produce across the academies this year and in the future.
Row 1, scene 1, Apple, take 8.
So once again, our academies, they are not static, they are dynamic and fluid. So we're excited about the launch of the Digital Media Academy in the 2025-2026 school year. Thank you.
It's a little bit hard to follow Dr. Pepe. I don't know if you guys know that or not. So I'm here to talk about the Health Sciences Academy. I'm really excited to talk about the Health Sciences Academy because it has come a long way since its inception. Our Health Sciences Academy is here to motivate and prepare students interested in the health sciences through authentic learning experiences. So we really try to give students as many experiences in the health sciences field as we can, and many of our students stay motivated to come to school because of the experiences that they do gain in the academy. Similar to our other academies, we do have a pipeline to the Health Sciences Academy through our science courses from 3rd grade all the way up. In 9th grade, students have an opportunity to take careers in health and sports, and that is the year that they decide which academy they want to apply to. Similar to the other academies, we also have 2 tracks for our Health Sciences Academy. Students choose between the Medical Sciences track and the Sports Medicine and Health Services track. In their sophomore year, all students take Dynamics of Healthcare, which is an introduction to various careers in the health sciences, which helps them choose which track they want to go into. After choosing their track in their junior year, students are to take 2 required courses. The Medical Sciences track students take Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, and the Sports Medicine track students take Functional Anatomy and Physiology and Sports Medicine 1. In students' senior year, they're required to take the certification course that is for their track, either Emergency Medical Responder or Certified Personal Trainer. They also get a choice of elective courses in their senior year. The coolest part about the Health Sciences Academy is the opportunity for students to leave high school with a certification that they can use for a job right when they graduate high school. In the health sciences track, they can get their emergency medical responder certification. They have their EMR certification. If they pass their assessment, they can go and work in various medical settings with that certification. And our students on the sports medicine track take their certified personal trainer tests. And if they pass that assessment, they can be a personal trainer right when they leave high school. We also have dual enrollment opportunities in the Health Sciences Academy for various courses in our tracks. This is through the Rutgers School of Health Professions and counts as Rutgers credits and possibly credits in other universities when they leave. We also have various points of pride for our Health Sciences Academy. As I mentioned, we have many students that leave with their certified personal trainer certification, their EMR certification. They earn dual enrollment credits through the Rutgers School of Health. But in addition to that, we have many students that move on to various programs in the health sciences field at various universities, as you can see. One of our biggest points of pride for the Health Sciences Academy is our capstone showcase. We do it in a science fair format for everyone to see. Parents are invited of the students that are presenting, and this is an opportunity for students to present what they've learned throughout their years in the Health Sciences Academy. It is very hands-on. We had our 3rd annual capstone yesterday, actually, in the beautiful media center of this building, and it was a wonderful experience. I just want to say one last thing about the Academy, and I'm adding this in, but I was speaking to a college freshman on Tuesday night, and he was telling me how interested he is in sports medicine. That's what he's going to school for. And I explained to him this Health Sciences Academy because I brag about Perth Amboy just about everywhere I go. And he told me that if he had that experience when he was in high school, he would have been much more motivated to come to school. He would have come every day, and he would have been further along in what he was doing now in college. So I thought that was nice to share with everyone.
I appreciate
Thank you
capstoning that statement. One of the presentations coming up, Dr. Medina or Ms. Richardson, Ms. Richardson?
Yes, the next presentation would be with Ms. Katie Thibault.
I'm sorry, say it again?
Katie Thibault for chronic absenteeism.
Say it again?
Katie Thibault for chronic absenteeism.
No, I'm asking when the presentations are for for the capstone presentations of the students.
Okay,
What's
yes.
that? What are those dates?
Yesterday was the health sciences, and then upcoming in May, we'll have the communications.
That's the one I just, okay.
Yes, and we'll make sure that we share the information.
So I'm going to invite the board, if they'd like to come see the presentations of students, to please let Blanca know, Ms. Perez know, or Dr. Medina's office, and what we'll do is we'll arrange for you to come and actually see the students doing their capstone projects and see the enthusiasm that they have. I just want to, again, before we speak about chronic absenteeism, you've heard a couple of things here. All of the academies have won various awards. Is that important? Yes. We have other school districts that come here to look at our academies. Is that important for us to know? Yes. These are realistic, robust, premier academies. We're not resting on the laurels of the awards that we received. We're reinventing them again so they have a fresh look at where they are right now. We'll continue to do that. And it gains student interest. I can't say that enough. You heard the voices of the students. I'm inviting you to come see what the students have to say about that. You heard what Ms. Richardson said. Those are gears to keep students in school. I will share with you that the health certificate that you get for training, personalized training, I've known of many different students and adults that go to college to leave with that certificate to be a trainer, yet they can leave here with that certificate prior to college. So there's real life experiences for students to be able to go into the workforce to see whether or not, by the way, maybe I don't like it, I want to go do something else, it's not what I thought. So it provides an opportunity for children to dream in a safe place while they're figuring out what they want, to practice, to see whether they like it or not. One of the questions we had, can children change? That depends upon where they are in their graduation, in their course scheduling, and what they may need. But these are real academies that we would like the board to come take a look at the final effort of what students have to say in their presentations. Anything else, Dr. Medina?
Yes. I want to highlight two things of the presentations, and it's important that everyone understands. And one is the pipeline that you looked at, how we prepare our students and build up that knowledge and skills that we need before they apply for one of the academies is extremely important. It is being, as Dr. Roman said, being designed, is by design, and it's also carefully crafted so students have opportunities to learn about the academies and the potential tracks before they actually can make a decision. The other one is the capstones project. It would be wonderful for all of you to visit the next presentation of capstones and how critical it is for our students nowadays when they are acceptance for colleges are very competitive, and this builds up their resume, this builds up their portfolio, two important, extremely important items that every college looks for. Throughout the academies, they also, as mentioned, they get the opportunities to get certificates that also build up their resume. They also have the opportunities to have hands-on experiences in the areas they're working on. So all of this is supporting the future of our students to be more competitive when looking for a job or applying for college. So I just wanted to highlight those two important items that have been carefully designed over the years for our students to benefit from. So thank you so much.
So last but not least, we need this to be pumped out tomorrow via the app, the website, our communication to our parents, our course of study booklet. So this was the beginning of the communication, but not the end of what we're going to be doing. So everyone, thank you again. And now Ms. Tavolt will talk about her charge for a while, chronic absenteeism.
Thank you, Dr. Rahman. Good evening. As my colleagues has touched on earlier in the presentations, we have really taken an interest in finding out what interests our students. Earlier, when I spoke about chronic absenteeism in the school year, it was about what chronic absenteeism is. But I think what's most important when serving our families, our students, and the community is understanding why why chronic absenteeism is important. Why is chronic absenteeism important? And as you heard earlier with some of the new academies that we're rolling out, it's because we're assessing our students' interests and we're trying to meet those interests. And as it pertains to chronic absenteeism, we're trying to meet these needs. So some important things to know about why chronic absenteeism is important is because there is a power in being present. Our students are empowered for success and for a brighter future when they are in school. Data has shown that students who attend school regularly achieve at higher levels than those who are frequently absent. Chronic absenteeism is linked to negative outcomes in reading, math, and general knowledge. And students with frequent absences in early childhood are more likely to drop out of school than their peers. This is information that pertains to all of our students, but it's important for us to know as educators, for parents to know as parents, and for everyone who's part of our student support system to know and understand and work together to overcome, so we're setting our students up for the absolute maximum potential in their future. Our schools have really taken on the charge. Our principals, our student support teams are really every day having conversations and utilizing bulletin boards, programs, songs, announcements, letters, anything we can do to celebrate our students being present and welcoming them into our buildings each and every day. I want to thank everyone's support in this initiative, and I look forward to continuing to keep everyone updated on our progress. Thank you.
Thank you. A few things. Short clap for it. Sorry, Katie, I stepped on that. So our DARE presentation and our comps for the Academy of Communication for now, that's what it's called, it's May 30th. May 30th. We're going to make sure that the board's invited to that. Again, DARE, what we're doing with the police department, celebration, capstone, and also the Academy capstone. So it may be a great day for you to come, if you could denote that, Dr. Medina, DARE as well. That way we could have them see all of it. This is going on the app tomorrow as well, Katie? Okay, so this is going on the app tomorrow. I'd also like to make sure that we note this now, next year, beginning in September, that this goes out again. The kiosks tomorrow, please, everywhere. Blast this everywhere to the community and to our students that attend This Matters. And then we want to continue this initiative up till September. So I want to thank the board's indulgence on this. These are the things that are really important that we want to emphasize. We have many more presentations coming up over the next few months about where the district is headed, and we are prepared for not only concluding this year, but for opening up in September with some new exciting initiatives. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, and thank you all for your hard work from you, Dr. Medina, and all your staff and everybody involved. These things are making meaningful things happen is really what matters, and I'm very impressed by these academies.
And I apologize, there's one more slide, which will sort of, I'm sorry, I apologize, which will demonstrate in practicality that it's not what we're just saying, but the proof is in the facts. We have said this before, and we're going to keep on promoting this. From U.S. News World Report 2025, this district is recognized for best elementary schools and best middle schools in dual language. That is a national recognition. And that solidifies a lot of the things that we spoke about tonight, and the best is yet to come. So thank you.
You wanted to say something?
No, that's okay.
Meeting open to the public for discussion of agenda items and non-agenda items. There will be only one public participation session at this meeting. At this time, comments are invited on any matter. Public participation shall be governed by policy number 0167. Anyone wishing to address the board, please state your name, municipality of residence, and group affiliation. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes. No participant may speak more than once on the same topic until others who wish to speak on that topic have been heard. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No member of the public may address or question board members individually. Although the board encourages public participation, it reserves the right through its presiding officer to terminate remarks to and/or by any individual not keeping with the conduct of a proper and efficient meeting. The board discourages the public from speaking negatively about any employee, administrator, or student. Individuals can be held personally liable for defamatory or libelous statements made at public meetings. The board bears no responsibility for comments made by members of the public. Comments regarding employees, administrators, or students cannot be legally responded to by any member of the Board of Education or administration. Motion to close public comments. Motion to open public comments, sorry.
Motion. Motion.
I need a second.
Second.
Oh, any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Yes,
Any
hi. Good.
Hi. Good evening, Pat Paradiso, President of the Perth Amboy Federation. In response to the presentation on chronic absenteeism, we were left with a skeleton crew of homeschool liaisons after the layoffs from last year. We need homeschool liaisons in every school to monitor student absenteeism. Please consider hiring back some for next year. Every employee in the district noticed that the 2 confidential secretaries are getting paid extra for covering other positions. Nobody would begrudge anybody making any money. But after the layoffs of last year, we were left with 1 secretary in every preschool and elementary school. These secretaries and the secretaries who were transferred to the board office are covering the positions that were eliminated and receiving no extra compensation. They are not even allowed to work the smallest amount of overtime. It seems like a slap in the face to these secretaries to see how generous this district is to certain staff. There continues to be errors in the teacher pay rates on the board agenda. The hourly rate for teaching staff is $47 per hour, and the per period rate is $41.13. One rate is for an hour of work, and the other is for 42 or 45 minutes, depending on the school. The only instance in the collective bargaining agreement that states the rate is $41.13 an hour is for sitting through professional development. That was left unchanged in error. Nothing on this board agenda references attending professional development. Pre-planning, orientation, and post-planning do not constitute professional development. It is hands-on, minds-on work and not a spectator sport. Please have these amounts adjusted before you approve them. It makes people feel slighted when they are constantly being underpaid. Staff members have been waiting for this board to approve donations of materials, including books that were procured from donor sites. There are cartons of material sitting in schools waiting to be distributed to classes and students. They've been sitting there for months, and administrators have been telling staff that they have put in requests for the board to approve the materials. Please consider approving these materials or making it clear to staff that these donations cannot be accepted. Thank you.
Josiah Santa Maria, District Rep for the Perth Amboy Federation. I would first like to take a brief moment to acknowledge the staff, students, and parents who were part of the production of Mamma Mia, which ran from the 28th to the 30th of March. I was asked to help out with a few things and spent a couple of Saturday mornings here with the staff and parents putting the set together. A lot of hard work was put into that production, and I just wanted to congratulate everyone on their unwavering dedication and effort to our spring musical. While I hate to switch gears so abruptly, sometimes it's an unfortunate aspect of my job. I was disappointed to see on the agenda that there are 2 administrative appointments for tonight, one for the transportation manager and the other for the director of operations. I don't know either individual, and I'm sure they are upstanding people and more than qualified for their positions. But what is concerning is the district's constant prioritizing of administrative roles over those positions that have a direct and daily impact on our students. We need special education teachers, bilingual teachers, ESL teachers. We have paras with subcerts filling vacancies, not just for a month or 2, but in some cases for a whole school year. In a time of great financial uncertainty, we need to prioritize these positions over one more administrator. Our students and staff need this to be the priority. Thank you.
Thank you. I need a motion. Well, does anybody else want to speak? And Dr. Pepe, is there anyone on Zoom? Oh, someone's coming up.
Hello, my name is Rosemary Navarre. Do I have to state address? I'm going to assume I don't have to state address.
Yes. I'm sorry, state your municipality and any group affiliation.
Perth Amboy, street address as well. 735 New Brunswick Avenue, Perth Amboy, affiliation, older sister of a current junior here at the high school. So hi, I just wanted to make a comment real quick that my younger sister is enrolled in culinary arts here at the high school. And I've been in communications with the principal, Mr. Guarino. I don't know where he is right now. Okay. Hi. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to find you before. I didn't get to see you at the parent-teacher conferences, so face wasn't exactly easy. But I've been in communications with Mr. Guarino for the past 4 weeks or so. My younger sister, although being in the culinary arts program, has not cooked anything. And that is because there is no food to cook. And I'm just disappointed as an older sister, of course. You know, my younger sister was very excited to be in culinary arts, and as a proud graduate from Perth Amboy High School, class of 2014, I have always emphasized that culinary arts was one of the most important classes I've ever taken. I say that as someone who is now a civil engineer. I have a master's in urban planning. And despite being pushed really hard in the STEM fields back when I was in high school under a prior administration, I do find the skills of cooking to be very important. My understanding is that the issue of there being no food to cook for the culinary arts program is something that is, I understand the principal's working on it. It's not something that is at his level. There's some other type of level where it's at. I believe it might be budgetary potentially, but I just want to make a comment and hope that that can get moving along soon for the sake of our students in our district, especially those who are learning a life skill because perhaps their parents don't cook for them and they have to come home and fend for themselves. I do think it's very valuable. But thank you so very much. That's all I had to say.
Thank you. Just giving a minute to see if anybody else wanted to come down. Dr. Pepe, do you have anyone online?
Yes, I do have people in the remote. Good evening, I'm Dr. Pepe, I'm the IT director, and I will be moderating the remote public portion of the meeting tonight. For those of you who wish to speak, we are going to be using the raise your hand feature in Microsoft Teams. For those of you who are calling in remotely, to raise your hand, you press *5 and then follow the system prompt to unmute. Remote participants will hear a beeping sound when their 3 minutes are up. Okay, would anyone in the remote wish to participate? I have no virtual hands up in the remote. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pepe. I need a motion to close public comments.
Motion.
I need a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Dr. Rahman, you had something to say just before we go into executive session?
Two things. Statements that are made about administrators are being hired are short-sighted in its description and definition. Clearly, we're looking to hire staff for various positions, but I would think that everyone would agree that a district that's not had a director of operations that's in charge of facilities for the past number of months would need to have someone in charge, as the next statement would be, why are the buildings not in repair, clean, or in order? Similarly, an individual is being placed on the agenda for transportation manager. Again, I think we would all agree that our students need to be transported safely on our buses, and that has to happen immediately. So I'd appreciate a more extensive, full, comprehensive understanding before statements are made about individuals and positions. Thirdly, and finally, I was going to save this for the superintendent's report, but I wanted to get this out right now. We spoke at our last March 13th board meeting about the fact that we will be transitioning to New Jersey School Employees Health Benefits Program for the state, and you will be receiving a correspondence this evening, for tomorrow, and many future correspondence from our business administrator, Mr. LeBrace. I want to thank him, Mr. Rodriguez, I want to thank Dr. Medina, Yolanda Gomez, Isabel Machado, our attorney, and the board for working diligently to ensure that we have everything in place for a successful transition to this plan, which is saving the district $30 million and saving approximately 300 positions. That of some of them would have been teachers, which I guess also demonstrates a dedication to our staff. While other districts are have the problem, as you could see throughout the media, of having to deal with those types of issues, and we still have those issues that we have to deal with in May and in June. It's not going to create every single solution to every problem, but it did resolve a $30 million, 300 staff member problem. So once again, Mr. LaBrace will be sending out correspondence this evening. You'll also be getting correspondence next week, correspondence over the break, in a timely manner, periodically for the next 2-3 months, to ensure that everyone has ample opportunity, our staff, to be involved in transitioning. There are many things that our staff need to do to transition over. To that, we're providing webinars. We're going to provide some time at meetings to allow them to do it, even though this is something that they would normally have to do on their own time at home. We're going to dedicate some time at our meetings to ensure that we provide staff members with an opportunity to gather this information and to put it forward so they are prepared to have their coverage moved forward. I do want to mention that there's a lot of processes and procedures that have to be followed as it relates to the information that must be put forward. These are mandates by the state as far as the health benefits program as to what they need to ensure individuals are, in fact, insured by our July 1st deadline. Am I missing anything? Mr. LaBrace, am I missing anything? Mr. Rodriguez, sir, am I missing anything? Madam President, thank you very much.
Thank you. Whereas pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B, the Board of Education may exclude the public from that portion of a public meeting wherein the board discusses any of the matters set forth at NJSA 10:4-12B 1-9. Now therefore be it resolved that in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act, the Board of Education shall conduct a closed session pursuant to the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12B for the purpose of discussing the following matters: personnel and matters covered by the attorney-client privilege. It is anticipated that the length of time of this executive session will be 60 minutes and that action may be taken in public after the executive session. Motion to enter executive session?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion pass. The time is 6:23. The time is 8:06. We have returned from executive session. I need a motion to close executive session.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay. Mr. LaBrace, can you share with us the amendments or revisions for the agenda?
Personnel item number 6, approval for staff to work the 24-25 school year, has revisions that were placed online. Correction of minutes for March 13th, page 12. There was a roll call vote, is amended to reflect that Ms. Crawford was absent. And amending salary adjustment for Yaniri Rodriguez from $60,541 to $54,095, and amending executive session minutes for March 13th as discussed in executive session.
Thank you, Mr. LaBrace. Approval of minutes of the regular meeting held on March 13th, 2025. Approval of executive session minutes of meeting held on March 13th, 2025. Approval of the bills list for April 10th, 2025, and the following payrolls: March 14th, 2025, and March 31st, 2025. I need a motion.
Move it. Oh, second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Mr. LoBrace, can you do correspondence, please?
There's no correspondence for this evening.
Thank you. Okay, and now to the board secretary report, Mr. LoBrace.
Secretary's monthly financial report for the month of February 2025. Treasurer's monthly financial reports for the month of February 2025. Beginning balance on February 1st, $44,978,440.18. Cash receipts of $30,512,372.40. Cash disbursements, $31,907,468.73, for a total ending balance on February 28th for government funds of $43,583,343.85. Acceptance of the reports of the secretaries and treasurers as submitted and as being in agreement for the month of February 2025. Acceptance of certification from the board secretary that no major line item has been overexpended for the month of February 2025.
Thank you, Mr. LoBrace. Now for my report. We have our bereavement announcements in the administration building. Mr. Tibor Casco, brother-in-law. Cruz Center, Marlene Hernandez, grandfather. Angela Bickford, aunt. Willand School, Michelle Liska, mother-in-law. Richardson School, Carmen Peguero Castillo, aunt. Flynn School, Alberto Puntiel, uncle. Patton School, Dawn Stegner, mother. Alexandra Riley, aunt. Ceres School, Shannon Shine, mother-in-law. Willand School, Michelle Daniels, grandmother. Dual Language, Kimberly McComber, aunt. Hemeliski Center, Fernanda Cunha, mother. McGinnis School, Luan Grant, grandson. Daniel Harning, father. Anthony Liska, mother. Diana Perez, father-in-law. At the high school, Lucille DeMarzo, sister. Marissa Andrade, grandfather. Paul Bouchard, grandmother. Kristen Hager, grandmother. Natalie Martinez, grandfather. Darnell Ortega, grandmother. Bridget Johnson, nephew. Jose Puntiel, uncle. At Shell School, Jessica Perez, grandmother. And the Board of Education would like to express their sincere condolences to all who have lost their loved ones. Dr. Rahman, President's report, Superintendent's report.
3 items, Madam President. 1, the correspondence for the healthcare change has already been sent out to all of our staff. Please be mindful of looking at that. It's imperative that all of us are following the timeline. Mr. LoBrace, I want to thank you in advance for making sure that we send out many messages to staff to assist them in this endeavor. I would like to remind everyone that April 16th is now an early dismissal. 4/17 to 4/25, the district is closed for the break. We return on Monday, 4/28. I'd also like to welcome all of our new staff members that will be joining us that are on the agenda tonight for approval. A special acknowledgement to our interim director of operations and to a transportation manager. Thank you for selecting this district to provide your services. We are looking forward to not only your commitment, but to all the work that you can do to ensure our students are safely transported and to ensure that our buildings and continue to maintain at the high level what they are for our staff, students, and community. Thank you.
Okay, for the curriculum committee, I'd like a motion to pass number 1 on page 4 through number 5 on page 4. I need a
So
motion.
moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So moved. For the Personnel Committee, I'd like to pass item number 1 on page 5 through item number 4 on page 8. No. Item numbers through item number 15 on page 10, including all amendments on stated by Mr. LaBrace. Mr. LaBrace, can you do a roll call, please?
Motion to,
Need a motion to pass?
Need a second.
Motion.
Motion second.
I
Second.
second.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes, definitely.
Ms. Crawford.
Yes.
Mr. Gomez.
Yes.
Mr. Marte.
Yes.
Mr. Quiles.
Yes.
Ms. Velez.
Yes.
Vice President Melendez.
Yes.
President Gonzalez.
Yes.
Unanimous.
For the Finance Committee, Ms. Melendez.
Madam President, I'd like to move items 1 on page 11 to item 8 on page 12.
Second.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Okay, old business, second reading of the following policy, 9163, Spectator Code of Conduct for Interscholastic Events. I need a motion.
Motion.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. For new business, first reading of the following policies and regulation. 2419, School Threat Assessment Teams. 1523, Comprehensive Equity Plan. 1550, Equal Employment Anti-Discrimination Practices. 2260, Equity in School and Classroom Practices. 2411, Guidance Counseling. 2415, Every Student Succeeds Act. 2421, Career and Technical Education. 3211, Code of Ethics. 5111, Eligibility of Resident, Non-Resident Students. 5116, Education of Homeless Children and Youths. 5200, Attendance. 5512, Harassment, Intimidation, or Bullying. 5570, Sportsmanship. 5751, Sexual Harassment of Students. 5842, Equal Access of Student Organizations. R2520, Instructional Supplies. Approval to maintain student ID XXX316 on home instruction pending referral to special services as recommended by the Student Disciplinary Committee at the hearing conducted on April 2nd, 2025. Approval to return student ID XXX247 and student ID ending in 861 to school as recommended by the Student Disciplinary Committee at the hearing conducted on April 2nd, 2025. Approval to return student ID ending in 528 to school on the condition that parent provides proof of participation in an outpatient program and services through Perform Care as prescribed. I need a motion.
Move it. I second.
Any discussion?
Yes, Madam President, since I only received these policies in number 1 prior to the meeting tonight, Mr. LaBrace, I would like my vote recorded as no for number 1, but yes for 2, 3, and 4.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So moved. I would just like to also, as Dr. Rahman stated before, I would like to welcome our new Director of Operations and our new our Transportation Manager to our new district. Make this announcement. And one last announcement. For Perth Amboy Athletics 2024-2025 winter season boys basketball. The 2024-2025 season was a remarkable success for the Perth Amboy boys basketball team. With an impressive 15 wins, the team achieved its best record in the past 14 years. Their outstanding performance earned them a spot on the NJSIAA state playoffs as the 16th seed. In addition to their on-court achievements, the team exemplified exceptional sportsmanship, securing the GMC Greater Middlesex Conference Sportsmanship Award.
I have a few things I want to talk about as well, if you don't mind. So the first thing I want to, well, they left already, but okay, I just want to say, as a board, we appreciate speakers. We love to see people speak, and this is just coming from me, because I always look at things outside. I look at the whole picture. I'm one of those persons that I don't, sometimes I hear people say, oh, you guys are doing this when you should be focusing on that. I think it should be more like, okay, you guys are doing that, that's great, but we also need for you to focus on this. It's like if you have 3 kids, right, and one of your kids gets in trouble, you don't take away the attention from the other 2 kids just to focus on that one kid that's in trouble. If you see what I'm trying to say, at the end of the day, as a board, we try to focus on everything here. Okay, so that's one thing. My next thing that I want to talk about, I just want to give a shout out to our school liaison, because I know we mentioned the chronic absenteeism, and I have personally sat down at the municipal court here in Perth Amboy several times with kids that don't go to school. And I got to say, and I said it to the board earlier, the only thing that our school liaison are missing is literally going to this kid's house, waking them up, making them breakfast, making sure they get dressed, and transporting them to school, because they have a great relationship with these kids. As far as the parents, just think about that. When you have a 10-year-old that has 60, 70 absences, and this is a 10-year-old, don't expect that kid at 16 to be coming to high school. Don't expect that kid at 18 to be committed to a job. As a school board, as administration, it's very hard for us to get these kids to come to school. That's really the family that had to step up and do that part, And I know we mentioned before the creative arts, media, and science. I love that. Like you said before, not every kid likes academics. Not every kid comes to school because they want to get an A on math and things like that. So by doing this, we're giving them more reasons to come to school, more reasons for them to look forward to other things. And I want to take this opportunity too, because I know we mentioned basketball, and I want to give credit to the coach on that one, because I'm not frustrated, and I know the athletic directors here, this is not attacking you, okay, because we have problems way before you here, all right? We have the biggest high school in the county, but yet we have one of the worst athletic departments. Just to give you an idea, between football, soccer, and wrestling boys, our record was 11-36. That's over 20 more wins than losses than wins. And if I go with the girls, the same thing. Boys basketball is the only program from the boys that had a winning season here, all right? Boys baseball last year was probably one of the worst programs we ever had. They had 3 wins in the division the whole year last year. And this year, guess what? They haven't won a game yet. They have scored 5 runs this year, compared to other teams that scored 35. I'm not frustrated, I'm disappointed. Because just to tell you a story right now, and excuse me if I feel this way, I took a group of 5th graders 8 years ago, and prepare them for this class, for 2025, okay? For them to succeed when they were seniors. And it hasn't happened. Those kids played for me, okay? I have invested a lot of time and money throughout the years to see these kids succeed. And guess what? Now I see them playing third base in Woodbridge, playing center field in Woodbridge, playing shortstop in Sayreville, playing center field in St. Joe's. Little by little, they realize I'm not going to succeed in Perth Amboy playing sports. So they go elsewhere. I went from having 12 kids from Perth Amboy to having 6 playing here, and they still can't win, okay? Excuse my language, but this right here, or athletic department, is a cancer, okay? You kill some of these kids' dreams, athletes. You kill parents' dreams. You kill my dreams as a coach. I have yet to go to a baseball game this year, and I will not go to a baseball game either this year because I'm embarrassed, okay? We have the biggest school in the county, but yet we have one of the worst athletic departments. So at some point, we have to get together as administration, Board of Education members, athletic director, the city, parents, and see what we could do about this. Because we invest money into these programs. But we don't, what's the whole point of having something if we're not going to try to at least do our best? If you tell me that our best is 1-9 for football, you know, for wrestling that used to be great 6-3, girls volleyball that was great 2 years ago, or even last year they had a winning record, now they were 6-15. So what's going on here? Okay, we have to do something because we talk about budgets all the time, but we put all this money into something that's not working. Are we going to continue this? But yeah, we have the most students in the county, and we can win games. You know, I'm tired of losing kids to other schools. These kids, they should be coming to Perth Amboy, not to private school. Our basketball team, let me tell you something, our basketball team, they were great. But we have 3 kids that went to St. Thomas Aquinas. 3 kids from the school district that went to St. Thomas Aquinas. If we had those 3 kids, we probably wouldn't win states. Absolutely. I want to prevent that from happening. So all I'm asking is, let's get together, let's come up with a plan, and let's make it happen. Because I'm not frustrated, I'm just disappointed that to this point, we still haven't done nothing about this. That's all. Thank you.
Louis, could you mention about the...
And one last thing, I apologize. I got a little emotional there. And I'm going to say this message in Spanish. Yo nací y crecí en la República Dominicana. Soy el único dominicano aquí. Y creo que todos saben lo que pasó esta semana en mi país. De parte de la Junta de Educación y de Administración, quiero en sí mandarle un abrazo y, la verdad, condolencia a todas las personas que fueron afectadas por esta desgracia. Creo que, a pesar de que es una desgracia, creo también que es un motivo para ver a la vida de otra manera, ¿verdad? No sabemos qué va a pasar en un minuto, no sabemos qué va a pasar mañana, así que por favor, siempre manténganse en paz y vamos a querernos uno al otro como siempre. En esta ciudad nosotros perdimos vidas en esa desgracia, así que nuestra condolencia para esa familia y lo que ustedes necesitan, estamos acá como administración y Junta de Educación.
Thank you, Mr. Marte. Does anybody else have any comments? Mr. Gomez?
Good evening. First of all, I want to join the congratulatory trend of congratulating Ms. Cardoza, Mr. Carmona on your new positions. You are going to be vital. These positions are important. I just want to drive that home. And we've heard great things about you, and so we expect great things from you. Additionally, I just wanted to also commend Dr. Pepe, Dr. Richardson, Dr. Duvall on those presentations. You know, I think it's no accident, as Dr. Roman said, that we're connecting you know, our absenteeism issues with these academies, because these things really give students a why. Especially with the Digital Media and Creative Arts Academy, that's something that's near and dear to my heart. I came from a similar CTE program in another district, and I can certainly attest to the fact that it really gives you a why to come to school every day. It's a really important investment that we're making. And I can also say this is someone who's still involved professionally in career and technical education, that these are really innovative and great programs. The issue is that there's only so limited amount of seats. So it's really great to see that our district is investing into doing this here and giving access to this to, you know, our population. So I just really want to commend you guys on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. Mr. Quiles.
And I would just like to translate what my partner here, Luis Marte, said earlier. Let's keep our family and Dominican Republic in our prayers. Always keep them, you know, like I always said, like if you have issues, you know, tomorrow's never promised. Forgive and forget. And like I said, we're all family here. It doesn't matter what nationality you are. Let's keep the beautiful island of Santo Domingo in our prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Quiles. I need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is closed. The time is now 8:29. Have a good evening, everybody.